This storied house has seen some of the game's greats. Boz, Bradford, Peterson, and Stoops. Welcome, everyone, to Norman, Oklahoma, and the Palace on the Prairie, home to the Oklahoma Sooners. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the LSU Tigers, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Sooners will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So LSU's offense will get the first swing of the game. Sometimes you sense that what the kids call swagger is a false bravado. This dude is nothing but real at wide receiver.
He's got that speed, and it just, you see DBs, they're probably watching him come on the field right now, and they understand it's going to be a long game. This guy can go get it. He can run. He can do a little bit of everything at the wide receiver spot. And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Looking for a big play. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
The offense lining up for a first down play. Leaves it with the running back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The give to the tailback. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Goes to the option. Now the toss. At the 35, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
And how about the big play by this running back? Nice job running with the football, good balance, seeing where he needed to go with the football. Finishing the run, he gets knocked out of bounds, but how about this offense set up now on 1st and goal?
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Sooners! The Sooner schooner doesn't have a tight turning radius, but it can rev up the Oklahoma crowd, David.
Man, get them started, get them going early, test the limits, get in the end zone, get these people going bananas just safely. You know, go bananas, go crazy, but, you know, don't do too much and don't fall over in your seats.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
On second down, looking again to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Complete to the right. To the 43-yard line, and a first down for this offense. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the opening one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where.
He lost one down the sideline. And he's got it inside the 20. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Pushes ahead for a pickup of one down to the 13. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Wow, what a play. We're going to need to see that again to make sure he makes this catch and gets the foot in bounds. That was a great acrobatic play, understanding where you're at on the field to make that big catch.
And the extra point splits the uprights. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He gets a block. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Now on the option. He'll pitch it. He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. It's third down, and they've got to get it to the 33. Off the play fake. Shoots it to the left. And the missed connection on third down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. Fourth and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
The Sooners will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop, and now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. LSU quick to the line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Verrier. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop. Here's the give off the left side.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. And you couldn't ask for much more than that. A perfectly placed punt pins them inside the 5. The Sooner offense returns to the field. The option look. Didn't find much room. He'll pick up a couple out to the 5. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Give to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Back to throw, it's Ramirez. He's got his man. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Complete downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Sooners look to keep this drive humming. They'll try the run. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right in the way.
We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking for a man. It's Ramirez. Buys a little time with his feet. Fires on the move. Got his man downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oklahoma! A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Coming after him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Dances away. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Slips through the line. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Gonna run it. It's Bryant. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Now the pitch. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a 1st down for this offense. The Sooners are threatening in the red zone. They'll try the outside to the left. They'll give him 4 yards on the carry. It's down at the 8-yard line.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the ring.
Moving toward the end zone. Ball out! Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
What a play by the defense. With their backs against the wall in a goal line type situation, they're able to force a fumble and jump on it. That is how you change momentum in a game.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. LSU right back to the line. Right back to him on the ground. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. He'll pull it on the read. LSU will get a 1st down.
This quarterback is so dangerous, and it looked like the defense had him corralled. It looked like they were ready for him to keep the football, but that quarterback is just too good. He's like a water bug. So good, short area quickness.
And that ball is live in the backfield. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. It's great to have a running threat at quarterback, but he's got to take care of the ball once he gets into traffic, and he didn't there.
He does, Reese, and he's a guy that is going to get a lot of opportunities to carry the football in this game because of this.
Touchdown Sooners! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the
Fires the pass, intercepted. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Oklahoma. How about that D coming up with a play like that? Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
The Tigers want to pick up the tempo. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And I think a lot of times when offenses run these counters, you're going to fake one way, right? Pull guys the other direction. If you can get some penetration really quickly, get behind those pullers, you got a chance to get in the backfield, just like right there, and create a TFL.
They'll run the toss. And he's dragged down. He's up to 86 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Zings it complete to the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. And the Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Unleashes one deep. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Makes his connection. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a 1st at the 32. Offense in the hurry up. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the tight end. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. To the air, it's Ramirez. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
These guys aren't human. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down. Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Going for 6. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown Sooner. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The give to the big fullback. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far.
LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up. These guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
For an offense, to make the wide receiver reverse work, you've got to have a lot of guys doing a good sell job. Running backs have to behave as if they're actually going to keep the football, and everybody else on offense has to be yelling out, run, to try to make the defense over-pursue, but no Oscars being handed out on that.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Finds the tight end down the gut. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on, bottling him up. That's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming, and you don't let that speed get to the outside.
Good, solid tackle.
When we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
Back to the quarterback. Flushed out of the pocket. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down.
And that's a really unique situation to run the flea flicker, David. I was caught off guard, too. I think normally you run that on 1st or 2nd down. There they went on 3rd down instead of just throwing it conventionally, and I wonder if they wish they would have called something else.
Well, because usually 3rd down, I'm thinking pass, right? So I'm not really biting on that run fake. It's not as big of a priority. Like 1st down, 2nd down to me is a better opportunity to run those, but at least it didn't turn into an interception or a bad play for this offense, just an incompletion.
On the option. He'll toss it. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. With that, he's got 101 yards rushing, and he is a virtual lock to have a 1,200-yard season. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. Can't get him to the ground. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
It's a nice run there to get the first down. I got to tell you, I'm impressed with the stable of backs and the weapons this offense has. A lot of different guys can touch the football in a variety of ways, but they've been running it very, very well in this game so far.
Down, but not before he picks up 5, down to the 17-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Gonna run it. It's Bryant. Just trying to power it ahead. They pick up 5. Ball spotted at the 12.
There's just so much for this defense to think about right now. They've had strong side runs thrown at them. Now the counter. They know that this offense can work in the play action off of all these base runs too. So much offensive volume this defense needs to worry about at this point in the game.
Tackled after picking up the first down.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inches, you just have to go execute. They do it.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big-bodied guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Lets it go to the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. Third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
It is perfect. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. He'll return it. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Looking for a gap. It's Jeffrey. Good pickup on the ground there. Give him 5 to the 16-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The corners are walked up tight. Handoff to the single running back. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20. A pickup of 5.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
Trying to get to it. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. He'll field it close to the 50. He's got great speed. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Short fields make successful offenses, just what they want here. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Man, And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. They're going to ride this running back. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance when you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And the route is on.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring. And the defense better do something about it.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Gets away from 1. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, and you're going to have time to throw.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
On the option. He'll toss it. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Quarterback floating away from pressure, using the quick game. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's Bryant. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Just get the first down. I don't care how you get it. I like when you use a little bit of trickery, a little bit of sleight of hand. Look over here. Nope, this guy's getting the football going the other direction. Nice play on 3rd down. Nice creative play. Nice job of mixing it up, making the defense focus on something else.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
A 1st down run in the red zone. Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. And they stop him just short of the goal line. They'll mark it at the 1. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. Trying to barge in. Touchdown Sooners! And the pummeling has started.
This has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time.
Quarterback all over the place trying to make a play, but eventually he goes down. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. They're bringing heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Pressure coming. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Makes a move. They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one will wrap up. The wins keep piling up, and the stakes get higher along with it as this squad remains unbeaten on the season.
Stakes get higher, the pressure starts to mount, those rivalry games come up late in the season a lot of times for people. So this team has been really dominant throughout the season. Jesse, they got a little bit more to go, can't get too high just yet.
Yeah, so how much more do they have left in the tank? We know this season has taken a toll on them, even though they've looked really good at times. A couple guys have been dinged up. Mentally, emotionally, physically, they're exhausted. Do they have enough left in the tank to finish this thing out undefeated?
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.